Hello everyone, and welcome to our training video today. In this video we're going to discuss the steps to set up an offer in your account and generate a pixel to give for that offer, and then also a test link to give to run a test, make sure the pixels are working properly, as well as how to generate then the traffic link to run live traffic to that offer once it's ready. Now this training video assumes that you are either running traffic to a third-party offer hosted somewhere else, or you're brokering traffic from an affiliate or publisher that's going to then be running traffic to that third-party offer as well. Okay. There's different steps if you are actually going to host the offer and you're the advertiser yourself, and we'll cover that in a different video in a different section. So again, today we'll cover how to do all of these things based on you sending traffic to an offer that's hosted outside of the software, or brokering some traffic that will then be sent to that offer outside of the software as well. Just to clarify, okay? All right, so if this sounds like what you're looking to learn how to do, then continue watching and we'll jump right into it now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is log into your account. We've already done so here. And the next step will be to set up that offer and that campaign. So there's basically three things you're going to want to set up in order for this to happen. The offer, the link, which the advertiser who hosts the offer will give to you, and then the campaign itself. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is set up the offer. So to do that, we go under Web Services and we click under or on the Offer Configuration button. Now here there's some other demo offers that are already here. If we're starting fresh, we don't have any, no problem. If you already have some, also no problem. You're just going to click Add New Offer, and you're going to give it a name. So for this one, we'll just call it the Test Demo Offer. Okay. Now because this is just a placeholder and it's not one we're actually hosting, we need to worry about the domain name column. We can categorize it if we want. We'll say this is travel. We can give it a description. We'll just call it test. Of course, we want the status to be enabled, and the creation date will populate itself once the page is refreshed. Okay, so that's done. We've added the offer. Those steps are complete. Now what we want to do is we want to generate a pixel to give to the advertiser so that when we start sending traffic, the pixel will fire and we'll get credit for it. Okay, so to do that, you're going to click on this button here, and you scroll to the bottom of this page. Now here is where you generate the tracking pixels, and in a lot of systems, it's just a single pixel you generate and give to the advertiser. They place it. As soon as it fires, you get a conversion, and that's all that's known. But in our system, for a lot of different reasons, we actually generate tracking pixels based on whether it's an impression, a click, a lead, or a customer that just took place or that just converted. And this helps us in a lot of different ways with our reporting on other things as well. So what you'll want to do is be sure that you pick the right pixel. If you're generating traffic and getting paid per sale, you're going to want to generate a customer pixel. If it's just paid per lead, generate a lead pixel, and so on. In this case, let's just say that it's a lead that we're getting paid on, so we're going to use this pixel here. And there's some options. We can either decide, do we want the pixel to only fire if an associated click exists, or do we care about that? And sometimes you don't care, other times you do. Our opinion is that it's always great to have a click associated with a conversion so you know where that conversion came from and where it started. And so doing it this way, where you check this box, make sure that that pixel is only going to fire if it can associate a click with it. And that helps with tracking and other optimization methods too, as a lot of you already understand. So today we're going to assume that that's the way we're going to do it. Now we can have up to 5 different pixels per lead, and that would only be useful if you're going to get paid on multiple different pages for different actions. Most of the time you just get paid one time, and so in that case we just use the default pixel. come in here and we choose whether we want to generate or give the advertiser an iframe, an image, or a script pixel. And maybe they have specific requirements they need you to follow, so you might have your mind made up for you on which one of these you can give them. Some of them, and more is the case, is that they'll want you to just give them a postback pixel, which generally just includes the URL, not the whole iframe and image tags. And any of these pixels can be used as a postback pixel. All you do is just copy and paste the URL from there to there and give that to them instead of the whole thing from here to here, or from here to here, depending on which one you're using. So however it needs to happen, you grab the pixel from here, copy this, paste it, or email it, or Skype it, or whatever over to the advertiser and say, here's my pixel. Go ahead and place it, including sub-IDs and other reference IDs as explained here on this page, and you just simply add it to the end of the link like it's explained here, which value, and all that's there for your reading and reference later on. So once you get that pixel sent to them and all your parameters added to it, then the next step, of course, is to go ahead and set up the campaign and get them a test link so that they can run a test to make sure your pixel's firing. Okay, so in order to do that, now we're going to go to the campaign management page, which is also under the web services tab, and we're going to add, first thing we're going to do is add a link. Now this is the link that the advertiser is now giving back to us, saying here's where we want you to send your traffic. Okay, so we're just going to call this the test link. And most of the time, they're going to give you some test link that has some kind of ID number in it and some kind of, whatever going on in it with some funky characters and maybe some sub-ID parameters of 1, 2, 3, and here's how you pass in your click ID, whatever, and that might all be in here. So that'll all be in there, and of course, then you can replace that link with our system's reference IDs and sub-IDs, which again is found on this page. And you add the link. Okay, so now that the link is added, and we're ready to generate the test link to give back to them and let them run a test. Okay, so to do that, we've got to add the campaign next. Remember I said there's 3 steps: offer, link, and campaign. So here we are on the last step. We're going to call this our test campaign. Okay. Want it to be active. This is a link, links only, right? We're just sending traffic to a link, not to any kind of images, which is a different thing, not covered here. And then you can do pixel overrides. Now this is not necessarily used unless you're going to start trying to split traffic to different offers, and you just want a single pixel to be displayed as the conversion rather than multiple pixels. And the use cases for that are very wide and pretty varied. But the general idea is that if you're getting traffic from one affiliate and you want to split their traffic to different offers without them necessarily knowing or being worried about that, then you can pick a pixel override so that regardless of which offer you're splitting traffic to converts, in their login and their stats and in their own system, they always just see the single pixel from that single offer. So they still get credit for it, but they aren't necessarily aware that it's going to a lot of different places, and that can allow you to test different campaigns and different links to see which one converts better without necessarily the need to set up a separate one every time and let your affiliate know about it in the case where you might just be testing a few clicks here, a few clicks there, and it's not that big of a deal. So those are some of the reasons that's there. But back to our purpose here, which is test links, right? So now we're going to select where we want the traffic to go when this campaign receives traffic. So we're going to click on the test link that we just set up because we know that's the link from our advertiser that is going to redirect to their offer, and then we want to select which offer is going to get the credit for the clicks. In this case, we'll do our test demo offer that we already set up. Now there's other options here too, and again related to this pixel override, where you can add additional traffic. You could say, hey, I want 50% of the clicks to go here. I want, based on a country or a state or even a sub-ID or a partner, which refers to affiliates. I want the traffic to go to different places. So if we added one, oops, I forgot to select something there. If I said anything from, say, Arkansas, we want it to go to a different place, then we could select from this list, and we could start sending clicks to different places. Okay, so there are ways to define exceptions and split traffic or reject traffic, for that matter, based on where it's coming from. That's all part of this too. But for now, we'll just leave it as this test link demo offer. This says 50%, but as soon as we save it, it'll automatically switch back to 100%. Okay, so that test campaign's created, and now we can generate our test link. So the way to do that is we click Get Link. We check this box that says Test Link. We're going to select ourselves. We're logged in as this MIT demo account, so we're going to select ourselves. And here is the test link. Notice at the end of here it says test mode equals true. So we would copy that, give that to the advertiser, and say, please use this link to place a test so that we can make sure that our pixel fires, everything's working. So then ideally they take that link, they place the test, and because of this test mode parameter in here, as soon as our pixel fires, it knows, hey, this was a test. So instead of lumping that conversion with the rest of the reporting and conversions in our system, it's going to put it into a very specific place, which is this test report. Okay, and you'll see it here. I've already run a sample test, so you can see that if the test is successful and the pixel fires properly, we get to see that pixel, default pixel for this offer right here at this timestamp. And had we included any sub-IDs or ref IDs, those would show up here as well. Okay, now after the test is successful, then to run traffic, you go back to this test link, but instead of clicking, or sorry, this Get Link button, but instead of clicking the test link checkbox, you simply leave that unchecked, and now this is your live link to run traffic to it. Okay, now if you're having a partner of yours or an affiliate of yours run traffic to it, say it's this LL Media, then instead of selecting yourself, you would select them, and now this is their test link, not test link, sorry, their traffic link to run live traffic to. So depending, regardless of who it is that's sending the traffic, you can get their unique link from this drop-down just by simply selecting their name. And then they can start running traffic, and since you've ran that test with the advertiser and saw that it worked, then you know, okay, hey, everything's working properly, and our system flagged that as a test, so it didn't add it to the general reporting for, running numbers later on and inflating them by a test here, a test there. That won't happen because they've been put into their own report here. Whereas actual sales and live conversions go into the traffic reports here under the Reports tab. So that's how that works and how all that is set up. And so hopefully all of that makes sense. If you have questions, feel free to rewatch this video as many times as necessary. Hopefully you'll catch some things you didn't before. And if you still have questions, of course, you can always email your system administrator, and they can get those answers or those questions answered for you. So thanks for watching. That's all for this video.